Hello Libra, welcome to your 6-card reading. Let's see what we have for you today. 10 of Wands is your first energy, guys. Ace of Swords as well as the 6 of Cups. Things start to make sense and realization is the key here. With the Ace of Swords, you're looking at a fresh, clear, new path. New way of thinking. You're cutting off the past. You're ready to overcome it. You're ready to leave behind this loss, this drained out energy, this chaos in your mind, because now you see things differently. Now you are ready to take a step back and reevaluate what has been going on there in a relationship, in a decision that you've made in your life that things turned out to be very bad and very sad and very misfortunate. And the Temperance is asking from you to be patient, to look towards the truth and to evaluate, count the pros and cons, evaluate them. Before you make the next move, you have to have a clear mindset about the situation. So if you take a step back, you will realize what has happened because you're allowing this stagnation to help you see the truth. If you keep away from a situation, you understand it better because you have the time to look at it from a different perspective. And that's the Hanged Man. I don't know if somebody gave you information, gave you clarity about it, but you're much better, in a much better position or in a stronger position to understand what has happened and to make sense of the next moves. Something was very misfortunate with the 5 of Cups twice, but you are ready to see it, stand your ground, speak your truth, and free yourself from all that. I don't know if that was a wrong job, a wrong relationship. Now you know better, and the 9 of Pentacles talks about stability. It talks about maturity. It talks about independency. And you are ready to let go of the past and you are ready to revisit a situation to make sense and think what the next move should be. To get yourself saved, to plan ahead for something better, to work towards the direction that feels promising to you, that feels proper to you, that gets you towards the 10 of Pentacles. Yes, hard work is required. And a courageous act from your side to let go of anything that was an attachment that was keeping you in a cycle of uncertainty, in a cycle of misery, in a cycle of sadness. Hard work will do the trick, and isolation for a little while, withdrawal for a little while, so that you can concentrate and focus on your life, on your health, on your mindset, on your own development. We live a life here, right? And if it is not our own, then we are going in an uncertain way towards whatever feels right, whatever other people tell us is right, and we never actually take a moment to think, what are we doing here? Is this my decision? Was I carried away? Where do I want to get to? And that is how you stand your ground, by analyzing, by understanding what you want, realizing what you should be avoiding, having patience to start all over again. It's okay, but everything changes if you do things differently. And that requires courage, and that requires from you to do things in a different way. Open the gate. Get out your comfort zone. Ask yourselves, what do I want? How am I going to get there? And what is the sacrifice I might need to do? Or what is the work that I might be needing to do? Instead of keeping my silence and keeping my life in the way that it is. Of course, sometimes we have forces that are not our own and we cannot control. But what we can control is the outcomes of our behavior, the outcomes that are driven out of our actions and behaviors. So you've got a chance here to change your life and make it more stable, make it more secured. And I think this is what you will be choosing to do. This is what I've got.